What's up, everybody? Ben Razzie here for Odd Chopper. I am back, and it is Championship Saturday in college football. We're going to find out who makes the playoffs. We're going to find out who wins the conferences, everything in between, a lot of storylines. But we're here to put some bets on the board. Specifically, we're crafting up a little three-leg parlay action. You guys know how we do it every week on this very video. But if you're new to the channel, maybe you're just finding us, you don't know what we're going to do here. A little three-leg parlay. But that's not all we do at Odd Chopper. We've got all things betting. I'm going to showcase what we got. If you like what you see, take a look around this channel. Subscribe, like, support. It really does mean a lot. Let's get into the games. Here we go. So, obviously, less options to choose from does make it trickier. There's no doubt about it. It's always a fine line of like, I don't want to force bets, but can we find some angles? So, on Saturday, we're going to get things started. We're going to have to be a little creative because I think some of these sides are very efficient. Going to the first game, Oklahoma State and Texas in the Big 12, going over 55 points to set the tone. So, we've got Oklahoma State. All they needed to do to get here was to beat up on lowly BYU last week. And what happened? Well, they did win 40-34 in overtime. That doesn't inspire a lot of confidence. This defense has some serious issues. There's no doubt about it. They've really struggled against the run. They have one of the worst run defenses in the country. I don't know what that means for them in terms of trying to stop Texas. I know Texas's backfield was a little injured, but they still have a five-star back there, and they're going to run the ball wild in this game. The other thing I like, Oklahoma State's more than content to play fast. They're an up-tempo team. They're going to be throwing the ball. They've got Ollie Gordon, best running back in the country. He's going to have 30 touches in this spot. So you look at this team. They've been giving up a lot of points. They've been scoring a lot of points. I'm not sure that that's going to change here. And on the other side, you've got a Texas team that has everything in the world to play for, certainly live for the playoff, coming off a 57-7 beatdown of Texas Tech. Yes, the defense is strong, and there are ways where they limit Oklahoma State to a methodical point total. There's also ways where Texas scores 45 points in this game themselves, and we get there just by them really, really running it up. Strong offensively. Ewers is not asked to do a lot, and like I said, Brooks did tear an ACL in that backfield. They've got plenty of guys back there to really, really cause problems. And the other thing I like, they do have a strong run defense. Over the top, I think they can be exposed a little bit. Oklahoma State can have some success with Bowman. He's got a cast of wide receivers with experience. It's been in and out of lineup. Over 55 to start, set the tone, foundational piece. It's the first game up. Let's get that. And as we say, then we move to leg two here. Before I do that, I do want to mention, of course, though, if you are looking to take it to the next level, we have revamped Odd Shopper. Maybe you've been on there, maybe you haven't. I'm going to quickly just show you what I'm talking about here. This is the type of stuff. So we have weekly and monthly packages for Odd Shopper, and we put everything together. We had a bunch of products, and we said, let's just combine it and bring this to the masses. So no matter what type of bettor you are, we've got something for you. We've got positive EV bets, our advanced tools, no doubt about it. You see it here. You bring up these boards, fully customizable, updates in real time. It's pulling all the information from all the books to identify the edges for you. Again, we've got a bankroll tracker in here. You can change this. The values change. You can sort by league, sort by books, all of this type of stuff. We also integrated our Discord into the program, into the platform. So you can say, okay, maybe I want to tail me. Great. Appreciate it. We've got some picks here, and we populate those. And then, of course, come on now. Who doesn't love a good Discord? We've got all these channels, a great group. We've got ideas, how to improve the products. We've got channels talking through the games, all sorts of sweats. If you want to be part of a community, you get all of this included with Odd Chopper. Now, the link is below. Again, I really, really am excited for where we're going there. Wanted to make sure I get that out right now. But let's get to the second game. Here we go. We got one on the board scrolling. I would love to give you a play here, but it's an incredibly tough game. Going to Troy. The Sun Belt is one of those leagues that don't get as much, talk, airtime. And that's probably, I'm not going to say it's not warranted. I get it. It's not national championship relevant. These are good teams. These are very legitimate teams. App State, I think they'll forever be known as kind of the giant killer because of Michigan like 15 years ago at this point. They still have a very solid squad year in and year out. They beat James Madison. They're the team that did that. They've won 5 straight. They play really, really good defense, just not run defense. They are outside the top 100 there. They're very strong in the secondary. And this is where I start to really break this down. So offensively for App State, they settled on Joey Aguilar this year, and he's been fine. he puts it up for grabs, no doubt about it, but he's got some ability. He can move a little bit. I don't worry about that. What I worry about for them, they're going up against this super defense. Troy's defense is straight outstanding. One of the strongest in the country. You cannot run on them. It's very difficult to throw on them. And they have not lost for months. They're sporting 9 straight wins. They're just really, really strong right now, firing on all cylinders. And this defense has just been outstanding. Furthermore, Troy will run the ball. They've got Gunnar Watson at quarterback, and he's very good. He takes care of the ball. But Troy can run. Against App State's front, they should have a massive advantage. Also, this game is at home. It's not a neutral site game. Troy is at home. 5.5, yes, it could be a methodical game. There's no doubt about it. 53.5 point total. I like Troy a lot here. I think that they're just significantly better in the areas that matter the most. Their rushing attack against App State's front, big advantage. On the other side, Troy's defense against App State's offense, I'm not going to say it's a big advantage, but it's certainly not a big advantage for App State. No doubt about it. Troy has one of the strongest, healthiest defenses in the country. They really aren't missing any key pieces. I like this team. They have hit their stride, and they've just done an outstanding job almost all year at really limiting opponents, limiting teams. I think we see that here. If they get that ground game going, watch out for Troy. I think they could win this by double digits. I will lay the 5.5. Could be a competitive game, but I like Troy, and I will lay the points as the second leg of this parlay. So we've got the over in the Oklahoma State game. We've got the Troy game. We got to find the third game. Got that. We're going to the late night games. But I also want to mention there is opportunities out there to add up another book. When I showed you Odd Chopper, the more books you have, the better. And if you happen to be in one of these states, listen up. New Jersey, Ohio, Virginia, Iowa, Kentucky, Colorado, and now Louisiana, you've got money coming your way, courtesy of Bet365. They're giving you $150 in bonus bets. If you're in Louisiana, it's $365 for betting $1. That's just ridiculous. But 5 into 150 is not too bad either. Win or lose that bet. There's no like, oh, you have to hit it and the team needs to do a handstand. No. You're just getting the money in bonus bets. It's that simple. You take that money, do whatever you want with it. Use it for the NFL. Use it for basketball. Use it on a crazy bet. It doesn't really matter. It's totally up to you. You have to be 21 plus, 18 in Kentucky if you have a gambling problem. Or 100 gambler. But again, I just want to make sure people are aware. Obviously, we want to cash these tickets, but take advantage of promos. Take advantage of opportunities. And honestly, let tools like Odd Chopper help you take it to the next level. If it makes 1 or 2 bets different, it is worth it. How about this last bet? My favorite, and I'll be honest, I could be walking into a big trap. I don't get this spread. I don't get it. And let me know on Twitter at JazzRazDFS, my friends. Am I missing something? I don't think Louisville's that good. I really do not think they're that good. And this is a 1.5 point spread for the Noles. I think they're going to get it done. I think they're going to make the playoff. We saw them last week. To me, this is honestly, I could sum it up just by saying this. I thought there was a better chance they lost to Florida in Gainesville than losing here. And the spread does not indicate that at all. Florida State was a 6.5 point favorite there. I watched the game from start to finish. We'll get to Florida State in a second. Let's talk about Louisville. Louisville is racking up wins. They beat Notre Dame in the middle of the year. Super impressive. Then they lost to Pittsburgh. That's not impressive. They just lost to Kentucky. That's not overly impressive. Yeah, the team is solid. There's no doubt about it. They're pretty balanced across the board. They can run a little. They play decent defense. They're pretty strong up front. I will give them that. It's hard to run on them, but it's nothing that Florida State hasn't seen. And I look at Plummer. It hasn't been that good. 21 touchdowns, 11 picks. He's certainly not mobile. I'm not overly excited about this Louisville offense against Florida State's defense. Yes, Jordan Travis is amazing. He's a great player, but he's one really good player on a really good team. They got dudes. That defense is still here. That running game is still here. The elite wide receivers are still here. Now, losing Jordan Travis and replacing him with Tate Rodemaker is different. There's no doubt about it, but he's been serviceable. He went in to a hostile environment last week, and they won the game 24-15. They were down early. They battled back, and they got the job done. They've done that all year. It hasn't been pretty at times. There's no doubt about it. But I just look at this. I think the offensive line has advantages. I think the defense has advantages on every level. A 1.5 point spread, that's a lot of respect to a Louisville team that I just simply don't think is that good. Maybe I'm wrong and Florida State's just not that team without Travis. I guess we'll find out. But everyone said that last week. And I thought they were going to be in a battle with Florida as well. And they were, and they got the job done. I'm going to call for them to get the job done here. I'm going to lay the points with Florida State, just 1.5 at -112. Let's sum this up. Let's find this bet. Here we go. Over 55.5, -5.5 for Troy. And Florida State, laying 1.5 at -112. We put it all together. And we have got nearly 6-1 on this bet. Hope we win it, obviously. Let's get to the last game. That's always my goal. Let's get a sweat out of it, get a shot, and hopefully Florida State will take us home. Just want to thank everyone for tuning in. Make sure, again, the links are below. You got Odd Chopper coming for the week. Bet365 if it's in your state. Get that money. Put it to good use, friends. And hopefully, let's cash this ticket. As always, enjoy the games no matter what you're betting, what you're doing. Really just rooting you on. Hoping we cash tickets together. For me, for Florida State, for Troy and that over, good luck and joy. Talk to you guys soon.